The more that I'm reading, the more I get fed up. I'm working till I'm on a whole nother level. They lurking, I'm humble, but I'll never settle. I'm certain they hate on my name if I let them. My flow is as sharp as stilettos, bars hitting harder than shots at the venom. My demons retarded like they wanna play, but I'm hot like Montana, so pray for the devil. Oh, y'all remember that one episode where he was like, so that's what I taste like. Bro! I am mind blown. That's wild. Mr. Krabs, he out here just taking his own. It's me, SimbaTv. Bang! What is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Simba, come back here again with another reaction video for you guys today. For today's reaction video, we got dark theories about SpongeBob SquarePants that can change everything. Now, you guys said, look, we want some dark humor, some dark theories about kids shows that we grew up on, and that's what I'm bringing to you guys, man. Before we jump up in this video, man, I got an announcement. New merch is up on the website right now. All links are down in the description. We got the SimbaTv and the Lion Cub up right now, man. We got the Avatar SimbaTv. We got the Family Guy SimbaTv. Y'all go check it out. Go buy something, man. Send me pics and show ya boy, okay? But without further ado, man, I can't wait to jump up in here. If you guys are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Become part of notification. Gang, 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 gang. We're bringing new videos to you every single day. So without further ado, let's jump up in it.
SpongeBob SquarePants is one of the most successful children's cartoons of all time. Thanks to its fun and recognizable cast, the series has generated $13 billion for Nickelodeon in merchandising revenue alone. But
$13 billion in merchandise alone? Look, I knew SpongeBob was popping. I didn't know he was making money like this, though. Golly, $13 billion? What the hell?
But you know what they say, one man's innocent children's cartoon is another internet user's fan theory fodder. And the internet doesn't really do innocent. So here are the dark SpongeBob SquarePants theories that change everything. Chocolate! Karate is a metaphor for sex. Well, there's no point beating around the bush, so to speak. Why would Reddit user Master Lulz decide that karate on a kid's show was an elaborate analogy for sex? Let's look at the facts. This theory focuses on Season 1, Episode 14B, titled Karate Choppers. At the start of the episode, Sandy surprises SpongeBob with some karate when he gets home.
Just a second. Safety first!
Oh! Yo! I never actually thought about that. Surprising him with karate when he gets home. Surprising him with that box, that kitty cat, that meow meow meow. That soaker, like that super soaker, right? And then the man said, wait, I gotta go get protection. Safety first. Wow. I never thought about that. I never thought about that until now. That's crazy. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, SpongeBob nasty.
That night, SpongeBob calls up Sandy for some late-night karate, but she blows him off. The two continue a series of varied and spicy karate encounters, and before long, it's all that they can think about. SpongeBob's mind is so occupied with karate that he can't even concentrate at work. To save his career, they agree to abstain from karate and desperately try to distract themselves with other things.
I mean, what's so fun about this?
Despite their best efforts, evidence of their mutual karate fixation keeps bubbling up to the surface.
For a second, that sounded like karate. Right now.
And before long, their innocent picnic turns into a wild karate frenzy. Now, what could that possibly have to do with sex?
Do you think Mr. Krabs ever does karate?
Seriously though, it's not that far-fetched. The writers have gone on record saying that some stories for the cartoon are based on their real-life experiences.
You know, when you start thinking about it that way, it makes a lot of sense, man. I mean, obviously kids don't have dirty minds, so we didn't pick up on that or even like go towards that. But that makes a lot of sense now that like he's explaining it, and now that I'm actually watching it and hearing this shit, it makes so much sense. It makes perfect sense. They were talking about beating the cheeks. Sandy Cheeks and SpongeBob was beating cheeks. Wow, that's crazy.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility that they extracted the comedic element of a passionate affair and twisted it into the plot for an episode. And compared to some of the other theories that we have, let's just say that the weirdo meter, it's not even switched on yet.
I'm gonna catch you tomorrow, SpongeBob!
The 7 main characters represent the 7 deadly sins. The best thing about this theory is it's totally confirmed. That's right, one of the show's writers mentions it in the Season 1 DVD audio commentary. However, they don't cover all the specifics. So let's go through a quick rundown of the theories on who's what. Greed. Without a doubt, Mr. Krabs. This one pretty much explains itself. Is there anything Mr. Krabs wouldn't do for a quick buck? More on that later.
Donate to the children's fund? Why? What have children ever done for me?
Sloth. Patrick. Sloth is a pretty broad church of sin, covering everything from laziness to a lack of compassion for others. And in the case of Patrick, it seems like more the former than the latter. Maybe Patrick gets a hard rap here. He's not a bad guy, then again, he's hardly an overachiever. Envy. Plankton.
Oh yeah.
Need we say more? Wrath? Definitely Squidward. He's a really angry guy after all.
Yo, but in his defense, man, I see why he was so angry. You know, because like if I lived next to a goddamn neighbor that was just happy-go-lucky all the time and playing fucking, oh man, boy, I tell you what, I'll burn this hoe down because I'm not dealing with it. I couldn't deal with SpongeBob, so I kind of get why Squidward hated everybody around him. He just wanted peace and quiet, like all of us. We just want peace and quiet. You stay over there, I'll stay over here. You stay on your side of the fence, I stay on my side of the fence. Don't come over here with your bullshit. I won't come over there with my bullshit. So I get it. I understood. Just saying.
Pride. Sandy. As a scientist and generally one of the more accomplished residents of Bikini Bottom, Sandy does have a lot to offer. She's well-traveled, smart, and generally kind, but her achievements can go to her head at times.
See this? This is science!
Gluttony. So there's a bit of debate on this one. Some people think that Patrick is the glutton while Gary is the sloth. But Gary's main motivation in life does seem to be food. When SpongeBob gets amnesia and skips town, what does Gary do but gorge himself to obesity? Not that any of our pets would do anything different. Lust. Whatever you make of the karate, lots of people are throwing SpongeBob into the ring for this one. They cite a definition of lust as excessive love for everything.
That's smart.
It certainly gets him into trouble, but deadly sin? We're not so sure. One possibility for lust is Pearl. Teenage boys of Bikini Bottom, beware. While it's cool to have a theory like this confirmed, it's not exactly a dramatic revelation. Comedic archetypes like these have been around since comedy began. Basically, it's good to be good, but it's funny to be bad.
All knees will bow to Plankton. Hail Plankton!
The main characters are Marxist symbols. Okay, first off, we're not trying to be political. There's enough of that in the current year. But what we're saying is,
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the fish into communists.
Anyway, things get a little weird here. For those with a political inclination, we recommend reading the post from Reddit user Bend Over and Spread It. Basically, the theory suggests that you've got Mr. Krabs as the archetype exploitative business owner profiting from the misery and hard labor of others. Sounds pretty accurate so far.
Yeah.
Food's on the way! Hey, you got money, right?
Squidward is the class-conscious worker disgruntled by his shoddy lot in life. He organizes against Mr. Krabs with a strike, but ultimately SpongeBob, the ignorant, unconscious proletariat worker, plays into the hand of the oppressor. The theory even extends to the impact of science in Bikini Bottom. Plankton and Sandy, the two great scientific minds in the show, have drastically different philosophies when it comes to their work. While Plankton is looking for corporate domination, Sandy has developed her own personal utopia and uses technology to help others. Could Sandy really be representing the possibility of fully automated luxury communism where humans are free to lead a life of leisure while machines take care of the work? What do you think, Patrick? But let's be real, it's a kid's show. We're probably overthinking it.
Yeah,
The
that's
show's
a
characters
reach.
and names are all related to private parts. Maybe the internet was a mistake after all. Let's take a look at the evidence here. The show definitely enjoys some double entendre. Hell, it's set in a town called Bikini Bottom. There's a character named Sandy Cheeks, but this theory takes things a little further. What if there was actually a bikini bottom that floated down to the seabed, and stuck to that skimpy swimwear was an absorbent feminine hygiene product, a tampon? Tampon Bob SquarePants. That's what this theory suggests, and yes, once again, the internet was a mistake. But fortunately, it gets worse. A condition known as toxic shock syndrome caused by leaving a tampon in for too long may give rise to populations of planktonic bacteria. Yep, you heard that correctly. Sorry, Plankton. This whole theory...
Yeah. Yeah. You know, when he said that things haven't got weird yet, yeah. They just really got weird. That shit just went left. I was with Reddit and him all the way until he started talking about tampons and bacteria and how Plankton's bacteria and then SpongeBob's a tampon. I was with you. Then you lost me. What's the plan here? What's the end game? Like what's the end game, brother? Talk to me, please, because you gotta rear me back in, because you losing me now.
Is a rabbit hole that just gets deeper and deeper the more you read about it. Gary? Well, what would be the natural companion to a tampon? And what animal normally says meow? Right. And what's another name for that animal? Bingo. You'll never hear the words Krusty Krab the same way again. Ugh. Mr. Krabs is a cannibal.
Brother, there's no way. They saying Gary is the box, the wet box, the super soaker, the super soaker. Yeah, like I said, I was with Reddit, man. I was with him. I was with him 100%. Now, I don't know, man. I don't know. They saying some weird stuff now.
Right. And what's another name for that animal? Bingo. You'll never hear the words Krusty Krab the same way again. Ugh. Mr. Krabs is a cannibal. While Plankton has never succeeded in getting his hands on the Krabby Patties secret formula, the internet seems to think they've worked it out. There isn't exactly a steady supply of cattle on the seabed, so it stands to reason the patties must be coming from some form of seafood. Take a look at the menu. Kelp rings, kelp shake, seafoam soda, coral bits, Krabby Patty. It's been hiding in plain sight the whole time. Krabby Patties use real crab meat. The evidence behind this one stacks up when you realize Mr. Krabs and his mom are the only crabs in town.
Oh, snap! Yo! That makes so much sense. I was thinking that. I was like, yo, how come I don't ever see another crab in Bikini Bottom? It's because Mr. Krab is taking them and killing them. Oh, y'all remember that one episode where he was like, so that's what I taste like. Bro! I am mind blown. That's wild. Mr. Krabs, he out here just taking his own. Nah, no way. Come on, bro.
On top of that, the Krusty Krab is literally shaped like a crab trap. complete with the netting on the sides. Sure, it could just be a cute idea from the show's animators to use a crab-related structure as the basis for Mr. Krabs' business.
Nah.
But ask yourselves this, would Mr. Krabs sell the meat of his own kind to make money? Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about a character who sold his own soul repeatedly. Let's face it, with Mr. Krabs, if it pays, it plays. Not to mention his reaction to eating a Krabby Patty.
So that's what I taste like.
See? Bro, I'm so distraught. I am dismantled. I am in distress. I am confusion. Bro. That's... Come on, Mr. Krabs. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'll just take a kelp shake to go. Thanks. Mr. Krabs makes Krabby Patties out of whales. Convinced that Mr. Krabs is a cannibal? Plausible as it seems, there's one or two things against it. For starters, Nickelodeon categorically denied it on Instagram. But come on, they could easily be working for the Krusty Krab PR machine. Assuming they are telling the truth. What if the real secret behind the Krabby Patty is even darker? Reddit user Walla Walla Rhubarb theorizes an alternative backstory for Mr. Krabs' adopted daughter, Pearl. Specifically, that he found Pearl close to the newly deceased carcass of her mother and he's been using the meat to make Krabby Patties ever since. Furthermore, the only reason he's keeping Pearl around is to fatten her up for when her mother's meat finally runs out. Again, we're talking about a guy who, according to the SpongeBob wiki, is guilty of at least 27 different crimes, including attempted murder, grave robbery, cruelty to animals, and manslaughter. He even openly admits to not liking mammals.
Mammals.
So why would he choose to adopt a whale? In nature, when a whale carcass falls to the bottom of the ocean, a feeding frenzy breaks out with all manner of creatures, taking their turn to suck and gnaw whatever nutrition they can from the fallen beast. What would be more natural for a ruthless entrepreneur like Eugene Harold Krabs than to monetize and profit from the opportunity? Whatever the real truth is behind the Krabby Patty, Mr. Krabs is such a dark character we can't help but think there's something sinister at work. And finally, yes, it's come to this, Squidward's penis is on his face. Squidward's penis is on his face. Now you've seen it. You can never unsee it. Although we already mentioned the theory about characters relating to private parts, this one really stands up on its own, yeah.
Wow.
I knew you were supposed to have a big one, but that thing's gigantic.
Weirdly enough, oh, the weirdo meter is definitely working now, the theory actually has some legs. Specifically, Squidward's legs. Notice how while some characters such as Patrick skip wearing a shirt, Squidward is the only one who doesn't wear pants. Also, turns out that squids' penises are located near to their beaks. Then again, where...
That makes a lot of sense now. You know, at first I was like, that's a reach, you know, because we joke about like, penis nose or whatever. But he has a point. He has a point. My man ain't never wearing pants and everybody else is out here wearing pants. You feel me? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's crazy.
Where else is it going to be? On the end of a tentacle? Hanging off one of those squid flaps? Are they wings? Huge shout out to Reddit user Heron Sun for this theory. Groundbreaking stuff. We hope you get the help you need. And those are our favorite dark SpongeBob SquarePants theories.
Yo. That got really weird really fast, man. That got super weird. Like he wasn't even kidding when he said things about to get weird, okay? It got weird. I like stuff like this though, man. I like hearing about like the dark aspects of movies and TV shows, especially kids shows, because there's so many. There's so many in kids shows, man. I love that. I love theories. I love that. Conspiracies. I love that, man. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.